Welcome back to the channel and to the back nine of this Stableford comp at my home course. If you haven't already, sneak over to the first nine so you can see where we're up to. Here we go, no messing about, straight in with the 10th, short par 3, looks pretty straightforward but for some reason always difficult hitting this green. That's a wedge in to a front right pin, looked good in the air, but not in reality. Somehow managed to swaz it off the green, although not a particularly difficult putt from the fringe here. Yeah, not quite, but a steady start. Can't really complain. And if you don't subscribe to the channel, that thing's going to attack you and eat your eyeballs, and your golf balls, and any other balls that you might have. 11th hole, moving swiftly on. 19 points, so we're still one over par. What the hell is that finish? That's gone way left of target and could be... Dearie me. It's all happening. We didn't go OB or into the bushes, so we're actually fine here. Decent shot. Oh no. That's two bad swings on the trot, and that is heading for disaster. That's crashed into the trees. Can barely even see myself. Oh no. That's another duff, and anger is setting in. Need some great hands just to get up and down for the bogey, and that ain't it. Good grief. This is catastrophic to watch, and suddenly we have 30 feet just for a point. Hey, up. Oh wow. So somehow one decent shot on that hole, and we got away with a point somehow. And this is the first of the two strokes I receive on this back nine. And the tough 12th, the longest par 4 on the course. Crenty in the way. Could have done without that. Absolutely pummeled that down the middle though, which is lovely to see. Been a bit of a mess so far this video, but maybe we're back? Question mark? Still quite a long way back, so there's no roll. In the first cut of rough with an 8 iron. A little bit left of target, but that is a very naughty flag to try and get at, especially from the right hand side. And you're just hoping for 2 putts from here, and with a shot that'd be a net birdie. Line's not spectacular. Hit an old pitch mark as well, which didn't help. But managed to make the putt for a par and a net birdie, and that's 3 points. So suddenly we're all looking a bit more rosy as we move to 13. Last time I played this hole, absolutely smashed it to about 6 feet. Not this time though. What the is that? That's a Sherman tank. Let's just quickly move over to Crenty so we can forget about the casserole of nonsense. He's probably just made a hole in one, and I'm hitting a breakfast ball, also known as... Bloody hell, that's 2 shanks. We're just going to go pick up that TP5 and somehow try to find our dignity, having walked over the 12th green to collect that. And somehow need to compose ourselves now. Here's 14, the first of the 2 par 5s on the back nine. And finally, we've hit what looks like a great tee shot, eyeing it up and down, and we've moved to the fairway. Still a long way back, but might be able to reach with the hybrid. Who knows? About 250 but downhill. That's another god-awful swing. Hands on hips double teapot is not what you want to see. And this is even worse. I've got lucky just to even have a shot, but I've got no chance. Just trying to flop that over the wall back into play, which I've done with aplomb. But we have to get up and down here for a par. That's yet another very interesting strike. And that's not going to get the job done. And suddenly we're struggling for par, even though I get a shot here, which is criminal. Should be tearing up the par 5s, or at least making a par, but that's a net par, having made an actual bogey. Knocked my ball off the tee, and that sums up my golf game today. The weather's closing in as well, much like my mood, damp and miserable. However, considering I feel like I played like an absolute toilet, there's still an opportunity here to come back. And with that tee shot, starts that straight up the middle of the fairway. The rain's coming down, but that's not going to stop me. I don't care. I live in Yorkshire. It rains all the time. Gap wedge from 100 yards. Frightened of that right-hand pin. So I've stuck it into the middle of the green, but for once we've actually got a birdie putt. Although I seem to be aiming a long way left. And it appears like I didn't quite give it enough. Sauce, that is. Nearly broke the hole there. Not sure that's a smart idea. I'm currently sitting at 3 over par. We need something special coming home here. Maybe an opportunity here. Although it is a 561 yard par 5, so it's an absolute monster. Albeit massively downhill. That works. Hit that as good as I possibly can. But still got 3 wood in here. Oh no. No, let's just move away from that quickly. That was a cold top. We still have 190 to go here after that, and this is a 7-iron down the hill. Not looking too happy with this either, which is not ideal. This has come up short and left, and suddenly, after a great drive, we're struggling again. This looks a bit better though. Oh my goodness, that wasn't a million miles off going in. But actually, after all that, that's a pretty good par save. And we're on to the 17th. 29 points to go. And our minds all sorts of jumbled following the last par 3. 9-iron in hand here from about 140 yards. Yanked it a tiny bit left. But he's managed to stay on the green. Although this is a ridiculous putt with so much left to right swaz on it. Hang on a moment. Oh my goodness. Thank God I entered the 2s club. I'm going to make some cash dollar bills. And that's 3 points there. We'll take those treats and move to 18. Hitting over the ravine and up the steepest hill in golf. If you're not tired by this point, you will be by the end of this hole. I've leaked my tee shot a tiny bit right, so it's probably going to miss the fairway. But it's not in a terrible position. Pin's just on top of the ridge at the back of this green, so I would like to get it all the way back there if I could. Not the best attempt for line, that's for sure, and didn't quite make it up this ridge, so this is a bit of an awkward putt, albeit from about 12-15 feet. And I've absolutely cannoned it past. Not a tap-in by any stretch of the imagination, but I've made it and ended up in the end with 34 points, which isn't bad. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.